and welcome to Extraordinary Chaos, and today we have another alphabet tutorial. So I've created the top layers of these files for you, and you've got a full alphabet and number set of the Ladybug alphabet. And then what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how in Cricut Design Space to make this into the layered file, but we're also going to make a grass layer. So we're going to slice this out of the letter. And we're going to do it on the number 4 as well, so you can see how to do it when it's all connected. We're going to slice it out of the letter, and then we are going to make 4 layers so that you've got the grass, the sky, and you've got your ladybugs with white spots. So, okay, let's get started. So we're going to upload our letters to Cricut Design Space. So I'm going to do a letter 4 and the letter E. And I'll work through the whole of the letter E with you, but I'm going to show you how to slice out on the letter 4. So we're going to go and get rid of this image bar because it just seems to be stalking me. Every time I open Cricut Design Space, it's there. When you click on your letters, what you want to do is weld them. Now, these are SVG, and that means that you've got loads of little parts on. For some reason, it only happens on some of the letters, but check it, and you need to weld it. So just click on it, click weld, and it will weld it all together. If you don't want to do that, then you can upload the PNG version. They both cut the same. We're going to start by putting the number 4 out of the way, and we're going to work on the letter E. I'm going to duplicate that, and we're going to start removing the contours. So that's going to be our top layer. This is our second layer. So we're going to go to the bottom right to the contour tool, and I want to get rid of all the dots. So we'll start by, I'm going to click hide all because it's quicker to do that and then put back in what you need than spend ages clicking on all those little dots. And there you go. So that was quite quick and easy. We're going to duplicate it again, but I want that grass. So what you're going to do is you're going to slice the grass out, which is going to be really easy. Make my top layer red. I'm going to start colouring the layers so that I can see how it's going to build. And I'm going to just duplicate that layer and grab a square. And again, the stalking sidebar. And all I'm going to do is hover. Oh, I've got an oblong. I'm going to hover the oblong, unlock it and drag it up. And it doesn't matter what you get, but I'm going to just slice that out because I want to use the grass for my grassy layer. And once that is sliced out, we're going to go to the contour tool and get rid of that top contour. We don't need that. And there's a little line along the bottom, so we're going to get rid of that as well. So just grab another oblong, get rid of it, get rid of the stalking bar, and there you go. Slide that out. Get rid of that, and that is going to be the basis for our layer. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a grassy layer that's going to sit at the bottom, and then we're going to have a blue sky behind it, so it will look really effective. And you can do this in any color. You could do it in a couple of layers and a couple of different colors. It's really your choice. So I'm going to do the 4 as well, and again go back in, grab a shape, unlock it, and I'm just going to drag it over that. So I'm going to duplicate the 4 first so that I can put that out of the way, because obviously you're going to discard anything you don't slice. I'm going to change my colour so that I can see the edges, because what I'm going to do is ungroup it, drag it in, and I'm going to slice it out so that I can get rid of as much of the edge as possible, and click slice, and there you go. So now all I'm going to do now is get rid of the excess on there, and I've got 2 edges that I need to get rid of. So just pull my square in, and it really is easy slicing images out of other images. You can do all sorts and make shapes into different shapes by doing this. Get rid of the excess there because it won't work. Slice, and there you go. And you can do this with every single letter and number. You can get the grass out if you want to create a grassy layer, or go to letter E because you know it's going to be nice and easy. So the grass is going to be our 3rd layer, but what we're going to do is duplicate this layer and create the back layer first. So hide all contours, duplicate. Remember, if you've got a letter A or O, you've got to put the middle back in. And then we're going to start building the grass to make the grassy layer. So we'll duplicate that. That back layer is going to be our blue sky. And then we're going to set ahead and make the grass. And to do this, you're just going to keep duplicating your grassy layer. Now, if you're doing this on a couple of letters, you do this once, duplicate it, and then use that for slicing out of every letter. That would be the easiest way. So I'm just going to duplicate and line them all up. I've made them a bit bigger so you can see. But then it looks a bit standard or single form to me. So I'm just going to flip a few and make it so that it's, you don't want it to be a definitive pattern, it's grass, but arrange it around so that you've got a bit of a higgledy-piggledy grass shape, and then you can duplicate it in lump, and then just select all and go to the align bar and align the bottom, and that aligns it all together. When I'm arranging it again, it's just it's a really very visual, personal thing, isn't it? I mean, I know it's only a grass layer, but it's nice to just get it exactly how you want it. So there you go, I've selected it. I'm going to duplicate that in a big lump and then put that together, and it's just built up as a bit of a grassy layer. Now I'm going to align it again, and then I can go to my weld tool and weld it together. And I've made the grass section that you can put to one side and use with all the letters if you want to. So now I'm going to drag it over my duplicate copy of the back layer, and as I say, this is going to be the third layer. So all you're going to do is drag it over so it's more or less covering, and just resize it. You can distort it and reshape it, which is something I do with most things, because then it just makes it a little bit different. So you just unlock it and drag it around until you are happy. When you are happy, select all and click slice. And there you go, there's your grassy layer. Now, when I did this, I was a bit underwhelmed. I looked and thought, oh, okay. But it really looks good at the end. So you can go through and take any tiny contours out if you want. I mean, if they're really tiny, I'll take them out just because they'll be a pain to cut. And now when we start to layer it up, you can see, oh, it keeps doing this later. Even if things are locked, it drags them. I'm going to move that to the back, and then I'm going to pick this up and pop this in the middle. I did think about making my top layer black, but no, they need to be red, don't they? And now you can drag your grassy layer in. Now it looks like it's not going to fit there, but once it cuts, it will. It's because it's got no edge on it, where all the other letters have got an edge on. But it did work out fine. So it might be that you want to drag it slightly smaller, but you've got to think that it's got to fit around the edges. So if you go into the sidebar, you can just drag it back. You can't align it with this one, because I suppose I could try aligning it to the bottom. I'm just going to change my top layer back to red with the white background, and there we go, it's ready to cut. And now it's all cut out, and it's really great to see it when it's all cut out in the colours, and you can get an idea of how it's going to look. So we're going to start building this up. I'm going to build it up with glue rather than sticky pads, although you could use sticky pads if you was framing them, and build them up one layer by layer. I'm going to start from the back because I find it easier to build up from the back. And there you go. I was really underwhelmed when I first made that layer, but now you can see it in situ. It does look really cute, and it's starting to look good. So now for my white layer, and I find it really helps to have a thin applicator. I had a couple of weeks without one when I couldn't find it, and I really struggled. So yeah, it just putting it on really nice and fine, and having something that can control the glue makes it a lot easier. And this was just from Amazon. It was just I think I googled glue craft applicators. So we're going to pop that on. I find this bit really, really therapeutic. And I'm using Cosmic Shimmer Acrylic Glue, again from Amazon, and I love it because it slides around a bit, just for a few seconds, but long enough for you to get it all in place. I'm going to take some of these antennas off the Ladybirds as well, because as long as your top layer cuts right with them, they're just so fiddly to cut. But as long as your top layer's fine, just take the underneath ones off, because they don't really matter. I think I'm ready for a blade change on my Cricut. And plus that was really hard paper to cut for some reason. It was quite thick. And there's my top layer, and how cute does that look? They're really, really effective. So these are just great for making cake toppers or scrapbooking, birthday cards, or for bedrooms. Like, these look brilliant as framed art in a long frame. And there you go, all made, and I'll show you the number 4 as well so you can just see how that turned out. But it's just great to be able to create individual themed letters for parties, events, or whatever you want to make them for. Okay, so I hope you found that useful, and I hope you were able to successfully make your grass layer. It's actually not that difficult, is it? It's just about, again, shapes, slicing and welding. And once you've mastered that, you can achieve anything. So thanks for watching, and please do like and subscribe to see our next alphabet. And if you're new to Cricut, check out our beginners step-by-step video series, because I'm giving you all my hints and tips there of how I make my files.